The nature of our planet is much more diverse than people imagine. Moreover, many do not even realize how the landscapes that locals see every day appear as incredible wonders to tourists who travel thousands of kilometers just for a fleeting glimpse of nature's creations. This selection features some of the most interesting and unusual places on our planet. Enjoy your viewing. The very first light show on our planet was performed by ordinary plankton, and this is no joke. For a long time, people living in the Maldives were frightened by the tides that emitted a faint bluish glow, considering them a bad omen. However, over time, what once seemed terrifying became a true highlight of the islands, attracting thousands of tourists to the beaches of Vadu, Madu, Tudu, and others to admire this enchanting and magical spectacle. The beaches owe their bluish glow to phytoplankton, which emits light every time it comes out of a resting state. Therefore, any wave or even footsteps in the water can trigger flashes of light, which, under the starry sky, looks simply magical. This geothermal spring in Yellowstone National Park, USA, in the state of Wyoming, can rightfully be called a monument to human carelessness toward nature. The spring is called Morning Glory Pool, named after the flower of the same name, whose blossoms have an incredibly stunning blue hue. Previously, this pond was distinguished by that very color, but over the years of careless treatment, as tourists and visitors threw coins and other debris into its dark depths, the once open passages became clogged, and the water's color began to change dramatically. This was primarily due to significant changes in the ecosystem, which led to the death of millions of microorganisms that once thrived in the spring. With the drop in temperature and the introduction of previously non-existent substances into the pond, it became nearly uninhabitable. Today, Yellowstone National Park staff are trying to trigger an eruption, since it is still a product of geothermal activity, to clear the underwater tunnels of accumulated debris, but so far there has been little success in this endeavor. If nothing improves in the coming years, this pond faces the unfortunate fate of being renamed Faded Glory. Those wishing to immerse themselves in the fairy tale atmosphere of a true sunny paradise must visit the Phi Phi Islands, located between the coast of Thailand and the island of Phuket. This small archipelago is famous for its stunning climate and magnificent landscapes. It consists of 6 islands, the 2 larger ones, Phi Phi Don and Phi Phi Le, as well as 4 separate rocky elevations that have neither beaches nor even much vegetation. The Phi Phi Islands gained particular popularity after appearing as a filming location in the movie The Beach, starring Leonardo DiCaprio. It was then that tourists began arriving en masse and the population grew significantly, although even today it barely reaches 3,000 people. All these residents live on Phi Phi Don, while Phi Phi Le is visited exclusively for its breathtaking beaches with crystal clear waters. Reaching this oceanic utopia is quite easy from the piers of Phuket and Koh Lanta, but in the summer season, the only way to get to the Phi Phi Islands is by ferry from Krabi Town. About 20 years ago, a devastating tsunami hit this area, severely damaging local infrastructure and claiming the lives of over 1,000 people. However, that was the result of a natural disaster. The islands themselves remain a pleasant place for leisurely and relaxing rest on white, sandy beaches. Diving is also thriving here, as the local waters are not only perfectly clear, but also teeming with various exotic marine life. Lovers of exotic vacations simply must appreciate this unique hotel in the middle of a tropical rainforest. And yes, This fully functional building was constructed inside a real, albeit decommissioned, Boeing 727 airplane in Costa Rica. The hotel itself is called Costa Verde and features not only incredibly comfortable and one-of-a-kind rooms inside the aircraft, but also an airplane restaurant and a railway car dining hall. This amazing suite also includes a cozy terrace offering a stunning view of the jungle and the ocean. Inside, the rooms are not only lined with wooden panels, but are also tastefully furnished. Soft double beds, showers, and a small cozy kitchen are designed to ensure guests enjoy maximum comfort away from prying eyes. Perhaps the most magical place on Earth can be considered the Uyuni Salt Flat, or Salar de Uyuni in Bolivia, where over a vast area spanning more than 10,000 kilometers, the sky seems to merge with the Earth. This area was once a salt lake, but about 40,000 years ago it dried up and now represents an endless snow-white plain filled to the brim with table salt, with a depth ranging from 2 to 8 meters. During the rainy season, when the upper layer of salt gets wet, the former lake becomes a natural mirror, perfectly reflecting the sky and creating the illusion that people are literally walking among the clouds. This time is also used for calibrating remote sensing instruments on orbital satellites. In addition to its vast salt reserves, Uyuni boasts hidden deposits of lithium chloride suitable for extraction. This substance is currently in high demand in the battery industry, and around 70% of the planet's lithium reserves are located here. Furthermore, gypsum and halite are mined near the salt flat, and nearby there is a train cemetery where decommissioned locomotives were sent for disposal. In 2006, the idea of turning this site into an open-air museum began to be considered. In Canada, on Baffin Island, stands a small yet remarkably resilient monument to human endurance called Pond Inlet. This tiny village, with a population barely reaching 2,000 people, is located within the Arctic Circle, which speaks volumes about the local climate. The settlement is surrounded by ice and mountains on all sides, making even the delivery of food supplies a considerable challenge. Nevertheless, the indigenous people, the Inuit, are completely unfazed by their living conditions and have long thrived despite the endless cold and the scarce resources of this land. Today, this village has become a popular destination for extreme tourism enthusiasts looking to experience a cold climate, as Baffin Island boasts stunning mountains and picturesque fjords filled with rare Arctic wildlife. Here, encountering a polar bear strolling near the village in the early morning is perfectly normal, and narwhals and seals splashing in the bays are always in abundance. With technological advancements, many Inuit have transitioned from dog sleds to snowmobiles and now offer tourists exciting excursions through the local landscapes. On one of the uninhabited islands of Staffa in Scotland, there is an astonishing place known as Fingal's Cave. It was named after being mentioned in an epic poem by James Macpherson, written in the 18th century. Initially, from the time of its discovery in 1772, it was called Ulva of the Macquarie clan, but just 5 years later, it adopted the name used to this day. The cave itself consists of naturally formed basalt columns from a lava flow dating back to the Paleocene epoch, which, during the cooling process, took on a hexagonal shape. Similar formations can be found at the Giant's Causeway in Northern Ireland, which is also linked to the legend of Fionn MacCumhaill, just like Fingal's Cave. This rock formation is remarkable not only for its appearance, but also for its incredible acoustics, which have repeatedly attracted renowned artists from around the world. These include German composer Felix Mendelssohn, the pioneer of science fiction Jules Verne, poets William Wordsworth and John Keats, and artist William Turner. Each of these creators immortalized what they saw in the cave through their works, further popularizing the location. One of its visitors was even Queen Victoria, one of the most beloved rulers of the United Kingdom, after whom an entire era of discoveries was named. This place has become a kind of calling card of China, along with the Great Wall of China. And yes, we're talking about the Water Cube, whose full name is the Beijing National Aquatics Center. This building was constructed in 2008 and was dedicated to the Olympic Games held in Beijing that year. This unique structure became an iconic symbol of the event, and after the games ended, it was transformed into an amusement park, now featuring 13 water slides, a wave pool, a spa area, and much more. Locals consider a visit to the Water Cube just as essential in a tourist itinerary as admiring the Great Wall of China. The building covers an area of almost 70,000 square kilometers and can accommodate about 17,000 spectators. However, when it comes to amusement park visitors, the total capacity drops to 6,000 at a time. The unique exterior of the complex was chosen for a reason. The outer shell of the cube resembles layers of enormous bubble-like cells filled with water, but they are much stronger than they appear at first glance. Moreover, these panels absorb solar energy and use it to maintain the water temperature in the numerous pools at the required level, both in summer and winter. The complex was also used in the 2022 Winter Olympic Games, but at that time it was transformed from the Water Cube into the Ice Cube, serving as the venue for curling competitions. One of the most surreal places on our planet is located in China's Zhangjiajie National Forest Park. There, the vast territory of this UNESCO World Heritage Site is literally covered with massive natural pillars of quartz and sandstone formed over thousands of years by natural erosion. Moreover, these landscapes have often served as inspiration for artists of past eras who left behind stunning paintings. In modern times, the park gained fame through its involvement in the film Avatar, where its mountain peaks were not only used as inspiration, but also as real filming locations. In honor of this, the most picturesque peak, standing at 1,080 meters, was renamed from Southern Sky Column to Avatar Hallelujah Mountain. Although these stone pillars are the park's signature attraction, they are far from its only highlight. In addition to its unusual rock formations, this place boasts habitats for nearly 30 endangered species listed in the Red Book, many of which are found nowhere else in the world, as well as a diverse range of plant species. For the convenience of park visitors, the Chinese authorities have made significant efforts to enhance the infrastructure, adding numerous small hotels, cafes, buses, and even a cable car. Additionally, the park is home to the world's tallest glass elevator, the Baikal elevator, and a glass bridge standing at 300 meters high with a length of 430 meters. These transparent attractions are designed to allow visitors to fully appreciate the beauty of Zhangjiajie National Park. At the junction of the states of Arizona and Utah in the USA lies one of nature's ancient wonders, known as the wave. The astonishing natural illusion is dizzying with its endless waves stretching underfoot to the right and left. Only the endless blue sky with the relentlessly scorching sun provides a sense of orientation between up and down. This place was formed over 250 million years ago when sandy dunes, shaped by raging winds, carved this marvel into the red sandstone. Dinosaur tracks can still be found here, remnants of those that once roamed the land. Until the 1990s, The wave was surrounded by unsettling legends among the locals, who described the wavy canyon as a natural trap. However, after a documentary was filmed about this wonder, an endless stream of tourists began to flow in. Today, it is a highly protected nature reserve, guarded by US authorities. Entering the canyon is extremely difficult. Not only is there a daily quota for visitors, but entry tickets are also distributed via a lottery, meaning no tourist is guaranteed access. Previously, only 20 people could enter the canyon per day, but this number has now tripled, though the lottery system remains in place. Besides the challenge of securing a ticket, visitors must also navigate a difficult multi-kilometer route to the canyon, where there are hardly any landmarks and no cell phone reception. It is no surprise that accidents frequently occur here, further fueling the eerie legends among the locals. However, those who endure the arduous journey are rewarded with the chance to marvel at this natural wonder and capture countless breathtaking photographs. In the southwestern US state of Arizona, there is a remarkable place that embodies the relentless power of water. This is Antelope Canyon, a secluded spot in the southwestern United States. The canyon is located in Arizona, near the town of Page, almost on the border with Utah. Although it is not officially considered one of America's national parks and is far less famous than the Grand Canyon, this place truly deserves attention due to its incredible lighting, which has often puzzled photographers arriving for shoots. Throughout its existence, Antelope Canyon has been gradually expanding with every downpour, creating astonishingly smooth curves in the sandstone as if sculpted by the hand of a talented artist. However, the only thing that touches these rocks is water, which patiently erodes the surrounding landscape century after century. Formerly, this place belongs to the Navajo tribe, which has opened two sections of Antelope Canyon to tourists, the Upper and Lower Canyons. Most visitors, after paying the entrance fee, head to the Upper Canyon as it is significantly closer, safer, and allows light to penetrate through the cracks much better. However, visiting the Lower Canyon requires good physical fitness, as the journey is quite long and involves navigating a difficult, poorly lit path, but the experience is well worth it. The tribe, which takes care of the canyon, always assigns one of its members to accompany tourists to prevent a repeat of the tragedy 30 years ago when a sudden flood claimed the lives of a group of 11 tourists. The canyon has always been frequently used as a filming location, including for the 1996 film Broken Arrow and in a Britney Spears music video. In the Republic of Senegal lies one of the most unusual lakes in the world, named Retba. This rather large and hypersaline lake attracts the interest of thousands of visitors, not for its salt reserves, but for its water of an astonishing hue. At different times of the year and under varying lighting conditions, the lake takes on thousands of shades of pink and orange. There is no need to worry. This effect is not due to water pollution, but is instead caused by an abundance of special algae and halophilic microorganisms which give the lake its unusual color. These organisms thrive only in places with an extremely high salt concentration, and in Retba it reaches 40%. The water is suitable for swimming, but staying in it for more than 10 minutes is strictly prohibited unless swimmers want to risk skin burns. However, salt collectors have to remain in the water for long periods, and to protect their skin, they use a special oil. The lake covers an area of about 3 kilometers with a maximum depth of only 3 meters, which is quite modest for such a size. Nevertheless, the lake is the main and largest supplier of salt in Africa, and this fact alone is quite impressive. On the Hawaiian Islands stands one of the tallest mountain peaks on Earth. Strictly speaking, Mauna Kea is not a mountain as such. It is a shield volcano formed by repeated lava eruptions into the ocean about 1 million years ago. Although the highest point of Mauna Kea reaches 4,205 meters above sea level, its actual height exceeds 10 kilometers. Such drastic differences in measurement are due to the fact that most of Mauna Kea lies underwater on the ocean floor. Among the locals, the mountain is considered sacred, and in the past only tribal chiefs were allowed to ascend to its summit. Today, tourists can easily obtain permission to climb, although not everyone is capable of completing the ascent. The challenge lies in the fact that reaching the summit requires covering approximately 70 kilometers from the nearest settlement, either on foot or by bicycle. There is also a proper road, but it is primarily intended for access to the observatories built at the summit, which are used for observing outer space. Along the way to the peak, travelers can admire Lake Waiau, whose ecosystem was nearly destroyed by the reckless introduction of non-native plants and animals to Hawaii, such as goats. Today, this place has become a true test for adventure seekers eager to push their endurance to the limit. The reward for this difficult journey is the chance to enjoy breathtaking natural views from the highest point of the Hawaiian Islands, revealing a magical landscape. In eastern Siberia lies the world's largest and deepest freshwater lake, Baikal. This vast reservoir of drinkable water is unimaginably immense, not just on the surface. The actual depth of this natural wonder has yet to be precisely determined, though many claim that its extent towards the center of the Earth reaches 1,187 meters below sea level. Beyond its breathtaking landscapes, the nature surrounding Lake Baikal is also astonishing and home to many endemic species. The lake itself contains 27 uninhabited islands where unique inhabitants, such as the rare Baikal seal, can often be found. Scientists still cannot definitively determine the lake's age. Some argue that it was formed around 25 to 35 million years ago, while others believe it is significantly younger, estimating an age of 8,000 years for its surface and 150,000 years for its deep water regions. Baikal undergoes a dramatic transformation between summer and winter. In summer, when the air temperature hovers around 25 degrees Celsius, refreshing Baikal winds with unique names sweep across the landscape. In winter, however, the lake turns into an endless ice rink where cars filled with tourists eagerly race across its frozen surface, seeking to admire the extraordinary scenery and experience the unusual thrill of ice fishing. Sometimes, in their pursuit of unforgettable experiences, people can create and bring to life truly incredible things. One might wonder, is it really possible to turn an ordinary meal into an event unlike anything most people have ever experienced? It turns out it is entirely possible, and the creators of Israel's underwater bar, the Red Sea Star, have succeeded in doing just that. This establishment is astonishing in its uniqueness, as it is located both above and below sea level. Visitors do not need to dive to enter this man-made marvel. They simply walk along a 70-meter bridge straight to the above-water section of the bar. From there, their journey continues into the underwater depths, where at a depth of 6 meters, guests are welcomed into a cozy and environmentally friendly space illuminated by soft, dim lighting that does not disturb the marine life. New visitors usually stand in awe for a long time, admiring the breathtaking underwater scenery previously only accessible to divers. In addition to the bar and restaurant, The facility also houses an observatory for marine life observation. The initial goal of this establishment was to restore fish populations in their natural habitat, as they had suffered greatly from human activity and had long abandoned the coastal waters. 4 years of construction and the artificial cultivation of coral reefs not only achieved this goal, but also led to the opening of one of the most unusual restaurants in the world, whose success was guaranteed even during its conceptual stage. Today, all tables in the bar are booked a month in advance, so if you wish to dine at this extraordinary place, it is advisable to make a reservation well ahead of time. And that's all from me. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a like, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell. Your engagement is the best reward for me. Thank you for watching. See you soon. Bye.